Welcome to Kalinga, where the major center is located in the village of Mabilong in the town of Lubuagan. Province of Kalinga is one of the many places in the Philippines where the practice of traditional backstrap loom weaving not only survives but thrives. The Kalinga weavers produce hand-woven fabrics for a variety of uses, from traditional cloth for clothing and ritual use to commercial fabrics intended for making household decor, souvenirs, bags, and accessories. The weavers of Mabilong are known for their backstrap weaving technique. It is an indigenous technology where a contraption made of the bark of trees or animal skin is strapped to the weaver's back while seated with her legs stretched in front. The term buteg or buteg in Kalinga weaving refers to the wood bar fibers used in the traditional art of textile making in the region. It is a type of textile weaving tool often made from the durable fibers of plants like bamboo or rattan. Kain or wraparound skirt is the female Igorot or Kalinga costume consists of a large rectangular woven clothing about 3 to 5 feet wide and 3 to 4 feet long. The southern Kalinga women wear a wraparound skirt or tapis called kain, which reaches below the knee. The northern Kalinga women wears another type of kain called saya. It is an ordinary type of skirt covering the body from waist to feet. DE or G-string for men called bahag is the common costume for male Igorots or Kalingas. It is a long woven material about 10 to 15 inches wide and 3 to 5 feet long. Ifugao ikat weaving is a style of weaving that uses a resist dyeing process on either the warp or weft before the threads are woven to create a pattern or design. Ikat is usually described using terms that refer to which threads are dyed. In Ifugao and other Filipino textiles, ikat patterns are influenced by local beliefs and the natural environment, often embodying harmony with nature, ancestral honor, and a connection to the land. Warp ikat is when only the vertical yarn, or the warp, is tie-dyed for weaving. Weft ikat is when only the horizontal yarn, or the weft, is tie-dyed for weaving. Double ikat is when both the warp and the weft are tie-dyed.
Welcome to Ilocos, the home of Inabel, a traditional hand-woven textile that reflects the rich cultural heritage of the Ilocano people. This presentation will explore the soul of Inabel, its cultural significance, and how it connects the people of the Ilocos region to their space and tradition. Inabel weaving is a sustainable craft as it uses natural fibers and dyes sourced from the local environment. This tradition highlights how cultural practices can align with environmental stewardship, demonstrating a harmonious relationship between craftsmanship and sustainability. Inabel is renowned for its intricate patterns, each carrying a unique meaning. The designs, often geometric or inspired by nature, reflect the Ilocano people's deep connection to their land, culture, and religion. Common motifs like rivers, mountains, and rice fields symbolize the importance of the environment, while also serving as symbols of protection and prosperity. Cultural significance of Inabel. More than fabric, its cultural identity. Inabel holds deep cultural significance in the Ilocos region. It is used in everyday life, in rituals, and during significant events, symbolizing the identity, resilience, and artistry of the Ilocano people. Weavers are the heart of the Inabel tradition, where weaving is not just a livelihood but a form of cultural expression and heritage. Passed down through generations, this craft preserves the Ilocano legacy. Traditionally a female-dominated practice, mothers teach their daughters the art of weaving, ensuring the tradition's survival and fostering a deep sense of community and continuity across generations. Inabel is integral to daily life in Ilocos, used in everything from everyday items like blankets and tablecloths to special occasion clothing. It is also a key economic driver, providing income for many families and supporting local communities while preserving the region's cultural heritage. Inabel weaving faces challenges, including a decline in younger people learning the craft and competition from mass-produced textiles. To preserve this tradition, initiatives are underway to teach the next generation the necessary skills. These efforts are vital for ensuring that Inabel weaving remains a key part of Ilocano culture. Inabel has gained recognition in the fashion industry, with designers blending traditional weaves with modern styles to preserve its cultural integrity while reaching a global audience. The beauty and craftsmanship of Inabel textiles have been showcased in international exhibitions and fashion shows, highlighting the Ilocano weaving tradition on the world stage. The future of Inabel weaving. Honoring tradition, embracing innovation. The future of Inabel lies in innovation while respecting tradition. By adapting to modern trends and technologies, weavers can ensure that this timeless craft continues to evolve without losing its cultural essence. The role of the Ilocos community. A collective effort to preserve tradition. The Ilocano community plays a crucial role in preserving the Inabel tradition. Festivals, cultural programs, and collective efforts to teach younger generations help ensure that this weaving art remains a proud part of the region's identity.
Welcome to Cavite's Soul Maragondon, where history and tradition intertwined. This presentation will explore the Habing Maragondon, a weaving practice that holds cultural, showing a blend of nature and spiritual significance. A lush forest and river in Maragondon, showcasing the natural environment where materials are sourced. Weaving in Maragondon is sustainable. The fibers used come from local plants like abaca and piña, while the vibrant colors come from natural dyes derived from the region's rich plant life. The techniques used in Habing Maragondon are a combination of ancient methods and modern innovations. Each pattern tells a story representing the weaver's connection to their heritage. Bundles of natural fibers like abaca and piña, alongside organic dyes made from plants, are used to create shawl, kimona, masks, even passport holder and camera bag. More than a craft, it's a way of life. They used bamboo to create baskets and placemats that tells a story of sustainability and showcases the beauty of traditional craftsmanship. Artworks. Before the actual weaving begins, weavers often sketch their designs on paper. These sketches served as blueprints, outlining the patterns and color combinations they intend to use. This initial step involves painting, as it allows the weavers to visualize their ideas and experiment with different color palettes. But now, the combination of weaving and painting in Habing Maragondon showcases the creativity and artistry of the weavers. Painting adds an extra dimension to the craft, allowing for more intricate designs and a wider range of visual expressions. Souvenir items. By purchasing souvenirs from Habing Maragondon, you are not only taking home a piece of Cavite's rich cultural heritage, but also supporting local artisans and helping to preserve this traditional craft. Weaving as a source of livelihood. For many families in Maragondon, weaving is not just a cultural practice, it's also a source of income. The demand for handcrafted textiles helps sustain the local economy. From local appreciation, the beauty and significance of Habing Maragondon have earned its recognition, both locally and internationally. Exhibitions and cultural programs highlight the importance of this art form in preserving Filipino heritage.
This presentation explores the rich history, intricate processes, and cultural significance of two iconic Filipino textiles, piña and hablon. Piña fabric originates from the Aklan province in the Philippines and is made from the fibers of red Bisaya pineapple, known for its strength, luster, and delicate texture. The creation of piña fabric involves a meticulous process from the harvesting of pineapple leaves to the final weaving, resulting in one of the most revered textiles in the Philippines. Piña fibers are extracted from the leaves of the red Bisaya pineapple with two main types: bastos, the coarser fiber used for basic fabrics, and liniwan, the finer, silky fiber preferred for high-quality textiles. The extraction of bastos fibers begins by stripping the outer layer of the leaf using a Chinese porcelain shard, while liliwan fibers are revealed by rubbing the inner leaf with a coconut shell. After extraction, the fibers undergo degumming, a process of cleaning and softening to remove natural resins, followed by air drying to ensure the fibers remain strong and pliable for weaving. Piña weaving is traditionally done on a pedal loom, where skilled weavers knot the delicate fibers together to form continuous threads, preparing them for the intricate weaving process. Piña fabric is often decorated with inlaid supplementary weft designs and hand embroidery, creating detailed floral and vegetal patterns that enhance the fabric elegance. One of the most iconic uses of piña fabric is in the making of the Barong Tagalog, the traditional Filipino men's garment known for its sheer, elegant quality and intricate hand embroidery. Hablon is a traditional hand-woven textile from Panay Island made by the Kinaraya and Hiligaynon people. It is known for its vibrant colors, geometric patterns, and cultural significance. According to legend, the art of weaving was introduced to the people of Panay by Datu Lubay, one of the Bornean Datus who brought the craft to the island centuries ago. Hablon is woven using a pedal loom, a tool central to the daily life of many Panayanon households. The weaving process is labor-intensive, requiring precision and skill to create high-quality textiles. Today, traditional hand weaving continues in the towns of Miagao in Iloilo and Magtasan Bugasong in Antique, where artisans continue to produce hablon textiles despite the rise of mechanized looms. Hablon textiles are typically woven with plain weave patterns, often featuring plaid and striped designs that are created through the precise interlacing of warp and weft threads. Hablon fabrics are known for their vibrant colors, which are derived from natural dyes, reflecting the lively and energetic culture of the Panayanon people. Hablon fabric is traditionally used to make the patadyong, a wraparound skirt worn by Visayas women, and the panuelo, a shawl used to protect against the sun, both of which are integral to Visayan cultural identity. Hablon textiles continue to play a vital role in Visayan cultural attire, with garments like the patadyong being worn during festivals and traditional events, symbolizing Filipino heritage and pride. In recent years, there has been a revival of interest in Hablon fabric, with younger generations incorporating it into modern fashion. This resurgence has provided economic opportunities for traditional weavers. Both piña and hablon fabrics represent more than just textiles. They are symbols of Filipino heritage, demonstrating the craftsmanship and cultural significance of Filipino weavers. Piña and hablon textiles continue to stand as enduring symbols of Filipino identity and creativity, showcasing the rich history, artistry, and dedication of the communities that create them.
The Tiboli people indigenous to the Philippines Mindanao region are known for their rich cultural traditions, especially the creation of tinalak textiles. Tinalak handwoven from abaca fibers reflects their deep-rooted spiritual beliefs and connection to nature. This sacred art form symbolized harmony and the Tiboli's collective heritage. In the Tiboli culture, dreams play a vital role in designing tinalak patterns. Tiboli weavers, often called dream weavers, believe that the patterns came from their dreams. These weavings are seen as gifts from the spirits, embodying unique symbols and sacred stories passed down through generations. The process of tinalak weaving is labor-intensive. First, the abaca fibers are harvested, stripped, and dried. Then, they are hand-dyed using natural pigments, often red, black, and white. The fibers are woven in a backstrap loom, where each piece may take months to complete depending on its complexity. The tinalak is not just an art, it holds deep cultural significance. It is used in weddings, funerals, and healing ceremonies. For the Tiboli people, the fabric symbolizes purity and it is believed that using it invokes the spirit's blessings. Breaking the tradition of tinalak in ceremonies is thought to bring bad luck. The tinalak patterns often include diamonds, zigzags, and other geometric shapes inspired by nature such as rivers, mountains, and animals. The weaving process is time-consuming, requiring patience and skill, with some pieces taking weeks or even months to complete. Today, tinalak has gained international recognition as a unique art form. Efforts to preserve Tiboli tradition have led to sustainable livelihoods and cultural pride for the Tiboli. Many artists incorporate tinalak-inspired design into a modern fashion and decor, blending tradition with innovation while respecting its spiritual heritage.
The Mandaya tribe, known for their rich cultural heritage and vibrant tradition. Mandaya are indigenous group from Davao Oriental in southern Philippines. They are known for their masterful ikat, a weaving pattern made in abaca. Abaca is the primary fiber they use for weaving. One of their most popular textile is called dagmay, a hand-woven cloth designed with the patterns of man and crocodile, for which the Mandaya weavers are known for. Women express their social rank through their clothing. Wealthier women wore red cotton blouses with black sleeves, symbolizing power and higher status. In contrast, common women wore simpler abaca blouses in brown or black, reflecting modesty. These differences in materials and colors mark the social hierarchy within Mandaya society.
Pisiabit is a traditional hand-woven textile of the Tausug people of Hulu-Sulu, made from cotton or silk, square shape, and features geometric patterns like diamonds and zigzags in vibrant colors such as pink, orange, and maroon. The intricate designs showcase the skills of Tausug weavers and reflect their rich artistic tradition. Pisiabit is a cultural symbol worn by Tausug people during wedding ceremonies and important events. It signifies social status and heritage, often worn as a head covering, wrapped over the shoulder, or tied around the sword. Its vibrant colors and patterns reflect the wearer's connection to Tausug history, pride, and identity. Today, Pisiabit is valued not only as a ceremonial garment but also a decorative piece used in home decor, fashion accessories, and unique giveaways. Its adaptation to modern life continues to showcase the beauty and craftsmanship of Tausug weaving.
Inaol of Maguindanao is among the best-known traditions of Muslims from Maguindanao that has survived the tests of time. The term Inaol means woven, which speaks of how this traditional fabric is made. It is originally done to make malang and wrap skirts used traditionally both by women and men. However, Inaol is now used for dresses, gowns, decors, shoes, and bags. Inaol has more than 20 designs and variations. Some examples of Inaol are Binaludto, which is famous for its rainbow colors. The other one is Karanda. This one has a fascinating history according to Master Weaver Noraina Ansing. Her grandfather on the mother's side was Sultan Umping of Butig. One day he challenged his 4 wives to a friendly competition of designing a malong. After more than a week, her 4th wife came up as the winner with this design. For her efforts, Sultan Umping gifted her with a sipil or betel nut case.
Ukar or ukil refers to the following design commonly found in artworks and infrastructures in the southern Philippines, especially in Maranao and Muslim-related artworks. This design symbolizes prestige and power within their culture. Ochre design is characterized by flowing designs embellished with leaf and vine patterns. Each component of ochre has its own theory and style. Ochre can be found in textiles, woven or printed, wooden cemetery markers and boxes, and various objects like swords handle. Maranao culture is renowned for its vibrant and rich art forms, representing one of the most significant legacies of the Philippine pre-Spanish art. Critics highlight the graceful and rhythmic qualities of Maranao decorative art. The Maranao are particularly known for their advanced weaving and craftsmanship in wood and metal. They have produced some of the most remarkable examples of the Philippine vernacular architecture, such as the Torogan. The design motifs that underpin ochre are among the most systematically developed in the country. According to Mami Tuwa Saber, Maranao craftsmen often derive inspiration from nature. They observe and capture the intricacies of their tropical forest environment surrounding Lake Lanao in Lanao del Sur. Mami Tuwa Saber is a prominent scholar and authority on Maranao culture and crafts, known for his extensive research on the artistic tradition of the Moro ethno-linguistic communities.
The term okir comes from an old Malayan word related to ukit, meaning to carve, and is used to describe any prominent design among the Moro ethno-linguistic communities. The Maranao okir is viewed as an artistic cultural heritage, serving as a vital cultural symbol influenced by floral approaches, often interpreted as a Middle Eastern influence that spread through Islam in Southeast Asia. This influence is believed to have originated from the angular forms of Arabic letters. The okir motif forms a repertoire of folk designs that feature prominently in Maranao artwork, from weaving to carving and brass cast pieces. Okir designs are typically rendered in hardwood, brass, silver, and wall paintings characterized by curvilinear lines and Arabic geometric figures. Okir designs are categorized into two classes: okir adato, which is prominently created by men, featuring ornamental scrolls and abstract plant motifs, while okir abay is created by women, focusing on geometric forms and characterized by zigzag and angular shapes. The Maranao people refer to their ornamental designs as okir, which encompasses both scroll and geometric forms. Here are some examples of okir adato or gentleman's design elemental forms. We have pako or piako, sinalad o raon, pako lungat, pako nai, todi or tiodi, obid-obid, matilak. Here's the combination of scroll styles and symbols. We have birdo, pako rabong, magoyoda, niaga or niaganaga, obid-obid or tiali-tali, arnalis. Here are some modern-day applications of ochre. Megan Young wore a Maranao-inspired national costume featuring a sari-manok headdress and an okir-inspired dress or malong while performing a native Maranao dance, singkil. Rachel Peters, a candidate for Miss Universe 2017, wore a gold sari-manok-inspired headdress as part of her national costume, showcasing okir design elements. In 1993, ABS-CBN relaunched the Sari-Manok with the new station ID and later named its 24-hour news channel the Sari-Manok News Network, reviving cultural imagery for contemporary media. The interior of Maranao Grill inside Oasis Hotel in Angeles City, Pampanga incorporates okir elements to create a culturally rich dining experience. Okir cutwork and Maranao brassware are featured in the design of Pearl Farm Beach Resort, emphasizing traditional craftsmanship in luxury settings. Lastly, interior designers from PUP created a Torogan-inspired panel for the walls of an office space for a female fashion editor from Marawi City, presenting okir in a non-traditional context.
Philippines' indigenous arts, such as sculpture, poetry, weaving, and physical ornaments. Sculpture is a three-dimensional artwork made by shaping materials like clay, stone, metal, or wood, using techniques such as carving, modeling, and assembling to create forms that can be realistic, abstract, or symbolic. Sarimanok is a legendary bird that symbolizes good luck and showcased the art of Maranao people. Bulul is an Ifugao art piece that symbolizes their farming roots and respects for their ancestors. Hagabi, a ceremonial bench in Ifugao society that symbolizes status and skills, with each piece holding deep meaning. Weaving is the textile production of method interlacing two sets of threads, called warp and weft, to create fabric or textile. Most of the common forms of weaving in the Philippines are in the form of hats, mats, bag, basket, and textiles.
Pottery is the art of shaping clay into objects, which are then fired to create durable forms. It has been a vital part of Filipino culture for centuries. Crafted from locally sourced clay, traditional Filipino pottery includes functional items like cooking pots and jars, as well as decorative pieces. It reflects the skills and creativity of Filipino artisans and plays an important role in daily life and cultural traditions. Palayok is a traditional Filipino clay pot that has been used for centuries for cooking and food storage. This simple yet essential item is crafted from natural clay shaped by hand or a potter's wheel and fired in a kiln. Palayok is characterized by its round, slightly bulbous shape and is usually unglazed or minimally finished, giving it a rustic appearance. Manunggul jars is one of the most important artifacts in the Philippines, discovered in the cave in Palawan. The jar features a distinct lid with a boat-shaped motif symbolizing the journey of the soul to the afterlife. Physical ornaments or decorative items worn or used to enhance one's appearance or environment. They include jewelry such as earrings, necklaces, and bracelets, as well as other accessories like hairpins, belts, or masks. Ornaments are often made from various materials like metal, wood, stone, or shells and can hold cultural, symbolic, or personal significance. Bawisak earrings are a form of traditional Filipino jewelry often made of gold or brass and shaped in a variety of forms. Bawisak earrings are mostly worn by women in indigenous Filipino communities. They represent not only personal adornment but also social status and cultural identity. Linglingo is a type of ancient Filipino ornament or amulet worn as a pendant or attached to a necklace. It has a distinct spiral or teardrop shape believed to have symbolic meanings related to fertility, protection, and spiritual power.